Well, hello, everyone. This is Kathleen Martin from Media Marketing, and today we are interviewing Michael Hunn from Hamptons Modular Homes about modular home building. So, Michael, welcome to our call.
Thank you.
So, before we get started, why don't you give a little bit of background about who you are, about how you even got involved with modular building?
Okay. When I studied school, in high school and in college, I studied real estate, and when I entered the job market, I worked with a developer and built residential homes and commercial buildings, and then the real estate market turned not the right direction in the 90s, so I left that track and got involved with corporate America and ended up with American Express in Chicago and then in New York City. And then I left corporate America and ended up building a house in the Hamptons in 2002, 2003 with a company. And the gentleman that owned that, which he started it in 1984, he ended up retiring, and I ended up learning the business with him and ended up taking over the business.
Great. So Now here you are, and you are a builder. You build modular homes for customers out here in the Hamptons. And describe what is the difference between modular building and the traditional building? Okay.
As far as modular goes, there's really not a whole lot that you can that modular hems you in on. Pretty much most anything you can do on a traditional on-site stick-built house, you can do with a modular. The big difference is with a stick-built home, delivery trucks deliver materials to the job site, and a group of people get together and literally put the house together one board at a time. During that time, the house is exposed to weather, and there's a whole bunch of different things that happen with stick building that don't happen with modular homes. Modular homes are built in a factory. My factories are all located in Pennsylvania. The wood never gets wet. It's climate controlled. Delivery dates are set. Production schedules run on time, and so if we tell you your house is going to be delivered in May, it'll be there in May, and if we tell you it's going to be a certain price, that's the price it'll be when the house is delivered.
So it sounds like there's a lot of benefits to modular homes, that average person may not think about. We're very accustomed to the traditional way of building. When I hear modular home, I even may come up with a perception of that is inaccurate. Like it's not going to be as perhaps well built as a traditional home, but the way you're describing it, actually it has many more advantages, like the fact that it's not exposed to the weather. And I know one of the benefits that struck me was the fact that the building material is exposed to the elements that they'll be wet, perhaps, when the house is being built, and there's potential for mold and things like that. So really there's a lot.
Home.
I beg your pardon?
On a traditional home.
Yes, on a traditional home. So,
right.
Yeah, so there's a lot of benefits, and I think that we want to dispel the myths, really, of modular building and how beneficial it is and how beautiful they are, and that it's a perfect fit for the Hamptons.
I would say the biggest myth is that the house has to be a simple ranch. That's what most people think is modular.
Right.
But if you take a look at my website, which is hamptonsmodularhomes.com, you can see a whole array of custom homes that we've built, many within the last year or two. Waterfront, multi-million-dollar homes that in the last over 5,000 square foot houses I've built, the customers have come into me, handed blueprints that they have worked on with their architect, and said, build this, and we deliver it to the factory. The factory draws it. Most of the time, things come out almost exactly the way they show up on the blueprint. So I can take a set of drawings from an architect, turn those back around, and show you exactly what your house is going to look like as it comes from the factory. And then there's a price put on it, and that's the price of the house. There's no delays or swings in price or anything along those lines. When we quote a price, that's the price. It's good. The quote's good for 90 days, and there's not any big surprises as far as what's built and what it costs.
Wonderful. This is great. So one more question that I have before we go. Actually, a couple of things popped in for me. Is it also faster? Is it from beginning to end? Is it generally a faster process?
It is. There's two aspects of building, no matter how you build. The first aspect is obtaining your building permits. So that process typically will run maybe slightly faster with the factories because their plans are all what's called stamped and signed off by the state. But once we go in for building permits, that's really when the speed of building modular comes through, because as the foundation is being put in on your house, the house is actually being built in a factory. So typically 30 to 45 days after the foundation the house is delivered, and it is assembled by a crew of people called a set crew. And a typical house is going to be a day to 3 to 4 days to set, which means the house is all put together and it's watertight. That certainly doesn't mean that it's ready to be moved into, but the bulk of the building at that point has been completed, and then from that point there's on-site finish work, which is heating and cooling and porches and decks and, any kind of custom flooring or custom, granite work or so forth. But the majority of the work is done on the set, and then most customers are typically looking at 30 to 90 days of finish work before they're ready to move into their houses.
Wow, that's great. That's great. And since you said watertight, the other thing that comes to my mind for Perfect out in the Hamptons is that I understand that they're well built. I mean, the strength of their ability, because they're traveling on a truck, and that they are able to handle high winds is really preferable for where we live.
It is. We build. That's one of the biggest advantages to modular construction is how sturdy they're built. The saying in the industry is take a stick-built house, put it on a trailer, and haul it for 5 hours, which is the amount of time it takes to get from the factory out to Southampton or East Hampton, and see what's left of the house.
Right, right.
Are built extremely durable and tough, and they're very well suited for high winds and coastal areas.
Well, this is great news, especially since what we went through recently. We really appreciate that you joined us with, this interview about modular building so that we can definitely educate people out here. So one more time, how people can reach out to you and they can make an appointment with you about this.
Sure. My website is hamptonsmodularhomes.com. My phone number is area code 631-287-2002. And my email is michael@hamptonsmodularhomes.com. And please call or email me, and I'm happy to meet you at your building site, or we can take a look at some previously built houses and educate you and see if this is a right fit for potential new customers.
Excellent. Okay, Michael. Well, we look forward to talking to you more about modular building.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Have a great day.
You too. Bye-bye.